So could you briefly tell us what cosplay is?
Okay. Cosplay is actually a shortened version of costume play. The art itself doesn't originate in Japan, but the term was first coined from Japan, and it was coined by a Japanese guy who saw basically all of the sci-fi conventions, people dressing up and making their own costumes. So he termed it cosplay, and it sort of took off from there, and it became a lot more well known and popular in Japan, which then came back to the rest of the world. A lot of misunderstanding is that it started in Japan, but it didn't.
Awesome. So when did you start cosplaying, and what was your first costume?
So I started in 2007, but I didn't attend my first event and wear my first costume until 2008, and it was a girl from a manga called Bakuretsu Tenshi called Meg, or Burst Angel in English, and it was just a really fun, silly anime manga that I really wanted to do. So.
What attracted you to cosplay?
I really liked the idea of it as an interesting and creative way to show a love for a particular series that you enjoyed, or it was just an interesting way to tribute how much you loved a certain fandom, like just like a tribute to creators.
You make all your own costumes, do you? What was the hardest costume you had to make, and why?
That's actually an interesting question, because I think every time I make a new one, like I term it like harder than the one before. So I guess every time just sort of it progresses, because like I try to try harder ones and like move forward and like try creating on a different level each time. So probably the last one I made then.
What do you do when you're not cosplaying?
I'm a PhD student at the University of Glasgow. I'm actually in my final year, so I'm writing up my thesis in biochemistry. So hopefully I'll be working in a research lab, I guess, when I'm not in costume.
Awesome. What's your dream convention to go to?
DragonCon in the US. That's probably one of the trademark ones. A lot of people would say San Diego Comic-Con, but I think DragonCon's really the big one for cosplay. Anyway.
What makes that stand out for you?
It's I'm not really like, it's just something about it. Like it's one of the big ones. Like when you look at the US obviously have the bigger, more mental crazy cons, and like the two that usually stand out are San Diego Comic-Con and DragonCon. But DragonCon is more focused towards the cosplay, whereas San Diego Comic-Con is more focused towards all of the new things and like promoting TV shows and things like that. So DragonCon also has quite a good like it has different rules for like they're like a lot more relaxed about what you can wear, because they have like an after hours thing, like when kids have gone to bed, like they say okay from that one, you know, there's no rules for what you can wear and stuff, so it's quite good.
Awesome. If you could cosplay absolutely anything, who would it be?
That also changes depending on depending from time to time, but at the moment it's a girl from Magic the Gathering called Elspeth. She's got quite lots of armour and like a big fancy cloak, and it's quite difficult to make by the looks of it.
You've cosplayed the characters from Magic the Gathering before. Can you tell us who they are and like what made them stand out?
The thing from it is I really enjoy the game. That's probably why, like I've been playing the game for almost as long as I've been cosplaying, and it basically I love it, and it was my tribute to the characters as well. Was to make the costumes of them.
Awesome. You mentioned like Magic the Gathering. Can you explain like just a wee bit like what that actually is?
Magic the Gathering it's a trading card collectible card game. You play with other people. It's also developed online as well. But basically you're a planeswalker, and you control different colours of mana to control different aspects of magic, basically. And yeah, it's just another tabletop game that I play quite a few of.
Awesome. You say like I read that you're a comic fan. What would you say is your top favourite comic books?
At the moment, it's probably the new Batwoman from the New 52. Artifacts from Top Cow, which is like a Witchblade spin-off. Probably Fables. Yeah, Fables is the third one. Yeah.
Awesome. Who are your cosplay inspirations?
Cosplay inspirations. I think a lot of my close friends that like we all sort of I look up to and like just generally am inspired by like everything that they make as well, as opposed to like online people that I've never met, like sort of more than but probably that. So like my good friend Ria is like amazing. She's represented the UK like, at competitions and stuff. So.
Awesome. What in your mind makes a great comic book? Like what do you look for? Do you like art, story and stuff like that?
I know it's quite bad, but I really can't read a comic book if I don't like the art. So the art's actually quite important to me, and obviously good characters is a must for anything.
Yeah, definitely. To finish up, like, are you attending any conventions like in the coming year? Do you know what cosplays you'll be
I've
doing?
got one in 2 weeks' time actually down in London, and I've got a Pokemon group, like, and we're all going as like evolutions, all the different EVs. So I'm gonna do Flareon, and I'm gonna do the girl from Witchblade, like Sarah as well, and that's it really.
That sounds brilliant.